Hi, I'm Realist D. Welcome to Monster Number 8, Chapter 25 review. We get a good amount of information on Kaiju number 10, the Ready to Rumble fighting type pterosaur, leading the raid against the Defense Force alongside a new percentage of release power for Haruhi, a new weapon for our favorite little 16-year-old badass. And for newcomers, I like to do my manga reviews in three parts. We got the intro. Hello. First half of the chapter, second half of the chapter, and then I'll give my thoughts on the chapter. All right, let's get into it. Oh, and before I forget, like and subscribe. Kicking it off with the Ready to Rumble pterosaur.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Kaiju asking the troop members, who among you is the strongest? Who can fight me? Who can bring me down? Hoshina steps up. Me. And he's also acknowledging the fact that one, this Kaiju can speak. On another level, he's directly challenging him in a way because he's just like, who can actually fight me? Who's giving me a challenge out here today? Who's stepping up to the court? So now we have the Kaiju immediately starting off the fight after Hoshina says me with a flick of air that destroys the building behind him. My man just, whole building crumbles. So, of course, Hoshina dodges, right? And then he starts getting information about the Kaiju. So, one, the Kaiju is at 8.3 assumed fortitude. So, he's 0.3 stronger than Kafka, at least in body type, right? And now we have Hoshina going ahead and putting Ikaru in charge so he can concentrate on the fight. Just for Kaiju number 10 to appear behind him. This man is about to give him a strong right hand. And then you see Hoshina dodge. Of course, he hits the ground, all the rocks splatter. And he saves the troop member that was standing next to him. Speed. And he gets ready to go ahead and fight. But most importantly, he says, I'll be the one to kill you. So I'm pretty sure he still has some leftover feelings from the Kafka fight because he was not able to take him down. Now we move over to... We get a way to see the pterosaur. We move over to seeing how the pterosaurs communicate through sonar as Kaiju number 10 pushes out orders only they can hear. We do get to see that Hoshina registers that the other monsters were told something that he said. So maybe it was like a sound wave that went out. But unfortunately, we didn't get that part of the details. So the next thing is Hoshina is currently stuck in a stalemate as he's fighting the monster back and forth. Because the monster, to me at least, seems like he's like right. And Hoshina is dodging left, right, and hitting him with his knife, but he can't cut through. He can't. My man is just swinging, and Hoshina cannot cut through his skin. So right now they're in a big stalemate, and we move on to the other troop members to see what's going on. Now we have Kafka, who failed getting in the Defense Force when he first sought out being the most knowledgeable person on the playing field, every playing field, because he spent years going ahead and dissecting monsters, tearing them down, which is honestly the part that no other manga really gets into, is how do you get rid of the monsters that you destroyed. So now he knows the exterior and interior of so many different monsters that it doesn't even make any sense. Which is helpful, honestly. It makes the field of view for the average soldier shoot up when anybody has knowledge on what's going on, and they can put out that information efficiently. So now we have Kafka here. He gave out the information. Ikagura, who was put in charge, is now pushing out orders for everyone to double team the pterosaurs that are showing up on the map. Thank God, because their base is getting slammed. Alright, so now that they're 2v2ing it, we have Iharu, who is working with another troop member to catch one monster. So he distracts him. Iharu goes behind, tries to shoot 36% release force, which is an upgrade from the last time. So 36% release force at the Kaiju. Sorry, my camera's like wigging out. 36% release force at the Kaiju But what he doesn't expect is there's a kaiju right here, is this man's facing here. So now you have this like fire breath coming at you, and you go. Ugh. So he really dodges it, comes back, and he's just like, "Hey, we can't do anything. These monsters are working together. What's next?" So you have Ikugura lost. Kafka, like, what the? He's also confused. Everyone's just at a loss. They have no idea what's going on. They're being slammed, basically. So now, of course, we need our favorite little blonde badass, Shinomiya, to come in for the win. And she comes in with her axe ready to just... cuts a whole monster in half. This pterosaur was like bread and butter to her axe. She is slicker than anything I've ever seen. She just cuts right through him. You can see the body coming apart outward from where the axe went, which I think is a beautiful drawing. It sure is like you get the actual inside muscles alongside the frontal skin breakdown pushing out, so you can see like the dramatic effect. Pushing out the back of the kaiju, pushing out the back of the monster, the pterosaur, which is great, but more importantly, amazing so far. Alright guys, so overall with this chapter, it was extremely balanced with a good amount of information going on in the fights. I do enjoy the fact that we get a 42 level for every new Hanjo type kaiju, these mega classes that are just popping up. We do get their 42, which helps us gauge where they are. I believe that 6.3, 6.2, and 6.1 for the pterosaurs that are showing up are actually the highest base level monsters, and that had its own kaiju. So I guess my question is just, what if every monster types have their own kaiju, and at the moment there's 10 monster types out there that with kaiju, and we've only seen 3, whatever the hell Kafkas look like. But we've only seen 3. So yeah, this is a beautiful chapter. Give it about a 8 out of 10 considering everything that was going on. I'm excited for next week. And don't forget, guys, if you enjoy Monster Number 8, please check it out on Viz Media or mangaplus.com. Thank you.